I tried to get him to go out every finally this year, Veterans Day, he's like, sure, let's go. So we went Veterans Day.
Which one of the boys?
He's like, well, my boy's
Travis?
staying.
Yeah, which one are they?
His youngest boy, Levi.
She taped it after payment, that's why it's
That was like, we were walking in, she carried.
It's okay.
What were you eating?
Blind down, I'm gonna go right here. We have no cameras, we haven't done
That
anything.
winter
Well,
special.
there's,
We set it all up.
oh, I think they're gas.
We're still set.
Not
Finally,
for a
we
long
got
time. We
done.
thought maybe we could.
And when I walked up to my field, there was a
We
doe
thought maybe
out
we could add
there.
a dollar.
And I said, okay, keep quiet, make my stand. We set 740, maybe.
But like,
And had a few done.
that's fine. I just,
And all of a sudden,
information, paperwork or whatever.
and this massive box coming up out of the trees.
Hey, Reeves,
Travis,
you can sit at the table if you want.
And blood was shooting out of his
Right
side.
there.
I was like,
Yep.
Dominic won't be here.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Dominic?
we sat for 2 hours.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go flip the movies. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you gotta move that away from me.
So sad. Almost goes to point.
Good, how are you?
And I was PO'd about, because it was the kid's first year. I got explained to the dad, why'd you leave?
Oh, no.
He's never gonna shoot anything.
Here, I shot one in 2017, I'll show you that.
Yeah.
Here, look at these.
No, I
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's why I played this.
I don't have
Have you ever been nuts?
He said,
Yeah.
okay, just making sure.
Oh, you want to take that?
Anything happens that land, if you want to talk to all our figures, those kind of things, can do that. Land sale, land acquisition.
I'll train you.
That's what you've done in your case, I reached out, and I've got a much more file up, follow-up conversation up there.
Okay, I just didn't know if you had anything else.
I don't have anything.
So if I win, and I look up, everything is blurry. But if it's right here, it's fine. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get Canton. We keep giving them 30
Oh,
days.
because you can't see still. Oh my God.
That's the court, I mean,
So we need to talk to the
And I
judge
took her
about
safety
it,
glasses,
or?
too. I take the side wheels off and everything just shields them, so.
we can try to, I mean, I'll tell you, that's the way the municipal works on these things. Yeah.
They hear them.
So, I mean, I can be sterner on it if you're wanting.
I mean, personally, that's why we hired
I try to put
clean
stuff in
up
order
our
so that we go
trash.
through the meeting.
If we just keep,
In order.
The problem is, there's a lot of,
Mark let one of his boys
besides the implementation of fines, there's not a whole lot of teeth to a lot of that.
We shot it out
Now,
there. We shot it out there.
So the goal is not, the court sees itself in these kind of cases as kind of like, well, the goal is to get it cleaned up. And like, we'll come to it and give you some reasonable time to do it. I know it feels like a little more than reasonable time, but that's just the approach. And then if they go beyond that, that's when fines become a picture. And so that's the mistake
So I'm
of the
like,
court.
But I was also
They
told
don't
it was
really
gonna
report,
be
can't
this
really order,
Oh,
you
you're
know,
right.
say to go clean it
Yeah, I
up.
know.
So if you feel like there's some things that are egregiously
So I'm
taking
assuming
too
it's
long,
like your
the council can take that through the abatement proceedings too. So they can be, they're not in conflict, they're kind of two paths that are parallel.
Now, notice
So-
the piece on the end here, but I can't even put
But
the
I
ends back
agree
in.
with you.
even though
yeah,
it's
it's
I'll
just
try to-
frustrating.
Yeah, maybe, but it's like right through the,
I can't
the,
guarantee anything, but I'll,
what do they call
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
There was some trucks in
Not
there.
bifocal, but
Because we don't line.
so you can
Hello.
see as far
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
Based
yeah.
on whether
Progressive. There you go.
Yeah. No, I have 20/20 vision, but I'm on the computer. like 15 hours a day. So I can't, like it's hard for me to, by the
I
end
mean,
of
it
the day, I
doesn't mean
have
you
to have them on, or I
can't, it's
can't
just,
like
he
look
just
at
said it's not
anything.
required.
And my dogs have chewed up both pairs of my prescriptions. So I'm currently wearing my 12-year-old safety glass prescriptions that only allow me to see up close. I can't look far away, so.
The dogs are still alive?
And the dogs are still alive, yes. Unfortunately, I love them more than my glasses, so. I just ordered a new pair. But this time I only spent $100 instead of $500.
My last pair. We'll do the pledge of allegiance. No, 6 years.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Awesome. Is that you? No, not the whole thing. Can you look and see? Then we'll get pointed.
We'll call the meeting to order. And roll call.
Yes, no?
Rhonda Hamby.
Here.
Jerry Creedmeyer.
Here.
Christina Smith.
Here.
Crystal Wilson. Here. Mary Jowers.
Here.
Scott Layfield.
Here.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. And before we do that, I'd like to make an amendment. The executive session for the water well will turn into an executive session for real estate, correct?
Yes.
And I'd like to move that to 8 and move the Zella Shiloh to 9. So if I could get an approval of the amended agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And then we'll get an approval of the consent agenda. Everybody's had time to look over that stuff.
This guy did when she sits it down.
Yes, it just changes as we put in bills, so I always print the new ones for the packet. But then, yes, it's the same topics.
It's all the same as what you emailed, right?
There's changes as we put bills
Okay.
in. So this is the final for approval. The first one's just kind of preliminary, but some bills come in after I send the packets.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we move on to number 4, which is public forum. And Morgan will
All right,
read
just a second. At this time, the public will be recognized. Each person seeking to address the council will be recognized for a maximum of 2 minutes. You must provide your first and last name, your city of residence, and the topic of discussion before beginning. After you have spoken, you may exit at any time, or you may quietly observe the remainder of the meeting.
So we will have public forum if anybody wants to speak.
John Shear, rural Canton. I'd just like to talk just a second about the water wells, or the water issue in Canton. I had forgot all about the water from the North Water Line that was hooked into Canton years ago on the end of 4th. I stopped over there on a different matter, but there is a 3-inch water line up from the rural water district a half mile north of town. They told me by the office staff in there, they have plenty of water. They are not meeting their minimum right now. Galway is not going to get their water from them. They're getting it from Mountain Ridge. So, depending on how far you are, I think there should be, they have an engineer, they could probably parallel the water to town with 2-3 inch water lines, and that subsidize it, blend the water as you guys have talked about one time. But that is not off the radar for them, according to Tammy Martin, or Tammy David, whatever it is, that lived here, and she's the office secretary. And we had quite a talk, and because they have a minimum that they're supposed to meet by the water gods, but where you just start throwing money around, that might be a pretty nice source. Second thing I'd like to talk about is the property of the old Shiloh property. Hope we really consider about putting a business in there and not residential. I own the strip of ground that's kind of landlocked, and I'm not holding that hostage, but I've heard a little scuttlebutt that we think we're going to try to put a residential housing development there on 3 acres. It'd be way cost prohibitive to try to do that on 3 acres. You have all the infrastructure to do that you would have on 5 acres. If you got that, whether it's the local business or another business trying to get in there, and I'd like to bid on that once that's open, but then maybe Dollar General could go south of there, so we don't have a high usage sewer system. We put a business in there, otherwise you're going to have to put a lift in there. And to try to divide that cost, as well as the infrastructure, sewer and water, your lots are going to be $50,000 if you think you're going to get anything out of it. That's done a little research on that, so that's what we got.
How far south does the sewer go?
I mean, it goes to Shiloh.
Yep.
Where at on Shiloh? South side, north side?
I mean, it comes in from the northeast corner, so it's probably on the east side.
It's in my driveway.
Okay.
That's
And
in
it's
front of the
really shallow.
duplex. It's in front of the duplex.
What's the depth of it there? Any
It's
idea?
it's in the middle of Dale Anderson's wall, basement wall.
So you're saying it's shallow, it's not?
Not very neat.
So no matter what,
That's
any
the
farther south you go, lift station's got to go in no matter
The
what.
research that was done back in the Dale Anderson days was going to take a lift station to carry any amount of sewage. And if we can put a business or two in there that would be lesser needed for high volume sewer, maybe that could be accomplished at an affordable deal.
Back to the water. You're talking about Marion supplying us water. We did talk with Marion Rural Water 4, and what they came up with is to supply us water as our water source. It was, remember how many million it was?
It was
About
separate.
2.6.
Yeah, they wanted to drill another well in Mount Ridge, and we had to put
None of
in
that
pipe.
discussion was talked about that, because they're not meeting their minimum requirements now for their total usage.
That was because they put a meter on and looked at what we were using, and it was questionable about whether or not they could supply us for our needs.
That wasn't at all the conversation I had over there.
Yeah, the original deal is we paid for them to do kind of a rate study deal.
Yeah.
And what they came up with, they was right on that. We were going to have to, they'd have to drill another well, or, they were talking about drilling, I don't know how many miles south of town.
But Tammy didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
thought it would be a wonderful idea because Galva had bowed out.
Right.
I thought
And
Galva
she
went
kept
with-
going back to they're not meeting their minimum.
Yeah.
We did have a meeting with Galva because that was a concern with Rural Water 4.
They're going.
And with Galva, it was Galva and Rural Water 4 and us, we sat down and talked about it. And one thing we didn't want to lose is the ability in an emergency situation to have access to that water. And that's that tie-in you were just talking about. We can get water if we have to have it.
We have one 3-inch
disconnected,
line
isn't
over
it?
there. We have
No.
a 3-inch.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Again,
And then
Tammy
we
didn't know
have
that.
a-
She thought that line from the meter here on Ford that goes through the cemetery, their water line stops at Boats is what her maps show. And that's a 3-inch line that stops there.
The meter's facing coming into town.
Well, that's what I think, when I was talking about that, and that's kind of why I stopped there while I was there. I asked that.
And then we had, that one's actually shut down right now because there was water everywhere. And so when we pumped it out, it was leaking on the south side. So Lewis with Rural Water District number 4 went up and shut a valve and killed the water coming into town. So we have a 3-inch there, and then we have a 2-inch out at the sewer plant connection, and that comes into town. So we have a 3 and a 2, and then supposedly we have a meter 1 mile east and 3 or 4 miles south, and I think it's a 4 or 6-inch meter, but it doesn't come this way.
It was just a whole different conversation with her than I had ever heard, and I thought, well, somebody missed it.
And it's not a bad idea. The only thing is, you know, we have a lot of people fighting the quality, and yes, the quality is not the greatest coming out of the ground, but it's in compliant, and the reason we have dirty water is our old infrastructure. So you weigh your options here.
I just brought that because I was there for something else, and it's topics that I had never heard before. So.
Yeah.
But we have retained that in emergency situations. We got water, so yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Does anybody else have anything for public forum? Okay, well, we'll close that and go on to number 5, Nassau price increase. Does anyone have something on that, Morgan?
Yeah, I should have made copies. I just,
That's okay, we got a lot of papers.
we discussed it last year, and there's a spreadsheet from that, I can pass it around, that we increased by 5% because that was their increase. I thought that I had remembered that the ordinance change was to increase at the same rate as they did every year, but I went back and looked, and that was not how it was written. It was only written for the increase for last year. So I did get their rates for next year. I don't...
And it went up 5%?
I want to say yes, it went up 5%. That looks like the math that I have. So I have the current prices per cart from them, and then I have our current prices per cart now. And then I have a printout of one of our
So what
invoices.
Are the price difference?
So our current price for one cart that MassWoo charges us is $11.97, and then our current rate is $16.19. I don't see a current. And then it goes up for 2
where are
carts.
they going?
So 2 carts from MassWoo currently is $18.97. It's going to $19.92.
But the single was...
It went from $11.97 to $12.57. And that's what they charge us per cart.
Right, and we're charging the 16.
Our current charge is $16.19 for one cart.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up to what?
Well, if it does go up the same increase, our single cart price would go to $17. The difference,
You say single cart, are you saying $17 is our cost? What
No.
they will be charging us?
No.
they're,
No,
so,
that's $12.57.
yeah, they're currently charging us $11.97. We charge our customers $16.19. Their charge to us is going up to $12.57. If we went up the same percentage, we would need to raise our single cart price per customer to $17. And they gave us a breakout for each. We just have customers with single carts, 2 carts, and 3 carts. But in our ordinance, we have a price for up to 4. I don't have anybody currently that has 4 carts.
Just because I've seen it around in their blocks, there's 2 houses within a half a mile that have a big dumpster sitting in their front yard or side yard. What's the policy on that? Like, how long are they allowed to keep those there, and are they allowed to be in the front yard?
They have to be in a certain place in order for them to drop them off and pick them up. Because when Cheryl Audie passed away, we did get a dumpster and we had to sit it in a certain place. It's not, you can't tell them they gotta move it somewhere, because this is where the guys.
Right, because they have to be able to have access.
Let's get back to the
Right.
rates that
Yeah.
we.
I just didn't know if we had a rate for that, if that's
We
something
don't-
we charge.
we don't charge
They-
customers
That's
for
totally
that.
on the
Separate.
property
Okay.
owner. Yeah.
Our city ordinance actually says you're not allowed to have one permanently.
Gotcha, okay. I just was curious since you didn't mention a
Yeah,
dumpster.
no, they pay for that directly. You have to call, if you're the property owner, you have to call Mass Food, get it yourself, and they bill you for it.
Gotcha.
The question is, are we covered if we do not raise our rates on the?
I honestly don't know 100% how to figure all that math with the time.
Last year, we said we were gonna raise it, whatever
Well, that's what I
percentage
thought.
they did. So we didn't word that correctly, is what you're saying, so maybe what we need to do is
Right.
word that correctly, so when we have the increase, we're increasing the same percentage every time.
Yes.
Which is what I thought we did last year, but
I know,
obviously
I thought we
didn't
did
do it
too,
right.
but it didn't get worded that way.
I thought that was our
somewhere.
intention,
Yeah.
so that way when the rate changes come, we're not, you know.
I will say that some of that difference, I guess what I'll call it, from what solid waste charges us per cart to what we charge customers per cart, some of that gap covers other fees. So like we pay a fee to have the recycling area, and we have a dumpster at the sewer, we have a dumpster for the city, and then we pay a fuel charge for them to come, and that's they set that rate. That rate didn't change.
What are our percentage differences between the poly cards and what we charge? Do you know that?
I don't know that.
You want the difference between the two? What was
Like the
prices
dollar
for
amount,
that?
1619 minus 1197.
17.
Do you have
If
the
we went up to
ordinance?
5%.
They're gonna charge us.
Not in front of me.
Currently,
I can
Currently,
put
we're
the,
here
right there.
to there,
Okay, so
and then this is what they're gonna.
That way we can word it
They're gonna
correctly.
charge us next year with that.
Oh, we had that.
sorry, I don't have enough of the information.
When is that due?
Yeah, I got
When's the
it.
contract?
Their rate doesn't increase until January 1st, so we will not be billed for that until February. So even for us, we don't charge our customers until the February 1st bill, because the February 1st bill is the use in the month of January for trash service. So we don't need to change it tonight by any means.
I'd like to take a look at what we did.
Sure,
on
I
the
wanted to
previous
bring it
one,
up so it
make
could be
sure,
in
so,
progress,
yeah.
at least.
I'd like to get like a percentage set up so that we don't have to.
Yeah, I thought we had that.
I have this,
Yeah.
if you want to copy your plans over, or if it needs to be different, I don't,
We
sorry.
could make a perpetual rate increase that coincides with the
That's what I came
percentage
up
that.
with.
Yeah, and that's what I thought we did. I'll get with Reese about the ordinance.
Okay. No.
Sounds great.
That's what I came up with.
Okay.
26% is basically what we're making right now, without any increases.
Well, if Reese
But
looks
there's-
at it based off of what we did last year and we're good to go or need to reword it, then we would be okay to keep those percentages, right? Or amend them once he has a chance to look at it.
The thing that Morgan just mentioned is there are additional charges that are,
Fuel charges.
yeah, there's some, and
Are the fuel charges set at the beginning of the contract year, or does that fluctuate
Yes,
throughout the
yeah,
year?
the email they sent says it has remained the same as our current price, which is 86%.
But what I'm kind of driving at, let's say 3 months from now, that the price of oil skyrockets, is that fuel charge locked in for the entire calendar year, or is it just based on month to month?
It should be.
Yeah, it should be the whole year.
It says if necessary, the fuel surcharge will continue to be applied. You will be notified 45 days prior to the next
So it's
change
not-
in
it's
surcharge.
It's not a set price.
So it's not set for a year, no.
So you can't
So
count on that.
we write it to follow their changes in pricing does the same kind of percentage, so yeah, okay.
Is that something we want to get written up and then pass it, do it at the next meeting?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll table until the next meeting. So it'll be on the agenda. Okay. We need to talk about Casey's 2026 CMB license approval.
So there was a change. Previously, cereal malt beverage licenses came to the city first, and then we did a background check and council approved the basically permit. And then they sent the approval from the city to the state, and then the state approved it, then they got their license. But the state has changed the process for whatever reason. It now goes to the state first, so we don't have to do the background check. We really don't have to approve it either. We don't have to approve the license like for the bar. It's just something we've done. But because our permit says this has been approved by city council, then I had two options: either have it approved by city council and issue that permit, or get permission to change the permit, because now it really doesn't need approved by council because it goes to the state first. So there's options, but either way they still have to send it to us, and we still have to provide our city permit then. And there's a permit fee, and that none of that has changed. Just the order of approval basically has changed.
I would say then we need to change our permit to not say directly that it's approved by us, but that they have approval by the state, or, you know, some kind of wording that would just allow it to follow the guidelines of the state then.
And when is their permit due?
It runs December 31st, I think it runs January 1st to December 31st. It's a yearly, and they get it every year.
Yeah.
So it's something we need to figure out tonight, so wait till the next meeting.
They've already sent everything,
have.
yep, to the state and sent it to us. It feels early, but yeah, because that changed just recently, it's probably something they did ahead of time.
So make a motion to change the malt beverage licenses as required to conform to state standards? Is that?
That, I mean, that should
Sounds
cover
like
it, yeah,
that should
unless
cover
we
it.
need to specify the exact wording, but I don't have a copy of it.
Well, I
Permit
don't
to-
either,
to
so
know what it
that's the
says.
direction we're going. So we can keep that in mind and table it till the next meeting for approval?
Yep,
Okay.
write it up.
Motion to table till December council meeting for approval?
Who's gonna write that permit up? The changes?
I have the existing permit, if you want me to send like the existing permit and then a proposed new
Yeah,
permit
yeah.
for approval. Okay.
We're good with that? Okay, we'll go on to the community center rental fee. And I think what we're looking at there is price increase. It's $50 currently.
For
And that's-
the entire day, or?
Yeah,
Per day.
Per day.
Mhm.
And that's really not covering any heat or air. I mean, it's not covering
Yeah,
what
utilities
we're.
or-
What do we pay for having it cleaned, or how's the cleaning occurring right now?
Your
The cleaning is
office
done
staff
by
is
office
doing that
staff.
now.
So we don't have anybody that we're paying. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I'm sorry, I feel like that's a fair price. That's a big room. And
Yeah.
they get it for
The whole day?
the whole day. I
And
mean,
you've got a
that's,
kitchen and, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's.
You will
not-
find
And somebody else is cleaning up your mess,
and
well,
the
that's
thing
pretty
is-
nice.
People do a good job
Right,
cleaning
they
it.
do.
Well, do we not have isn't there a stipulation in there if you don't clean it up,
Right.
there's
You'll
a
be charged
cleaning
an additional
fee
fee or
added?
something.
Well,
Do we
If
have
not,
a-
then
Is
do
there
we have a
deposit,
cleaning
Morgan?
deposit? Yeah.
There a deposit?
No.
I think
We
there
should,
should be a
then-
there
deposit.
should be, yes.
Yeah, and we also, because we can't take cards, we don't keep card information, so yeah, some people come in and the only thing that we take is their name, their phone number, and then their payment. So there's
I
no
think
way to
maybe-
really get in touch with people if something, I mean, yes, you have their phone number, but
Right.
Should, yeah,
I
should
think we
be,
should charge a deposit.
Yes,
I really do,
yes.
like $50. And then if it's not clean,
I
so
know the
it should be-
senior center was renting out and they quit renting because they had a disaster happen and.
Right.
Yeah.
What do they get to rent the fairground building?
don't
I know it increased because I just called recently, but it used to be $100. I don't know what it is
That's a
currently.
steal.
Yeah,
I think it's
that was a
reasonable.
long time ago, was when I rented it.
But the kitchen is additional if you get the kitchen at the fair?
No, it's that one building, so you get the
Okay.
big building side,
changed
the kitchen, like the dining area and the bathrooms.
I thought they
It's
changed
different
that,
now. I don't
when we
know.
did it, the kitchen was additional.
Okay. When I rented it, it was $100 and it was for,
I think $50 deposit and $100.
A refundable
A
deposit.
refundable deposit if
clean
everything's
deposit.
cleaned
If
up
everything's
to,
clean, they can
to
get their
satisfactory
$50 check
fashion, yeah.
back.
I know the Legion charges a deposit and everything else there.
the only downfall that I could see potentially is that there are times it's rented Saturday to one person and Sunday to someone else. So like if we come on Monday and we find, oh, this toilet is broken, well, how do you know who caused the damage? I mean, people have, they can call the office and leave a voicemail, and I try to tell people that maintenance number is on voicemail. They come on Sunday and have a problem, but it just, I'm not saying that's an end-all factor, I'm just bringing it up.
That's good to bring up, because then
what do you do?
what do you do?
You do a walkthrough after they're done with it. Somebody has to do a walkthrough and I don't know who that
So we're
is.
gonna pay overtime for that?
What else are you gonna do? It's the only way you're gonna check them back out.
Yeah, if you charge a refundable deposit, you would have to go check the place
Right.
when they leave, just
Right.
like an apartment you rent with a deposit. Before you get that back, they gotta go
I guess
check, do
find
their
out.
little,
Exactly.
When they're gonna, like, when they think they expect to be out of there.
There is a time listed on the rental agreement, but
I mean,
What-
if I'm around, I don't have a problem with coming up and.
it's just for people to list,
You
like,
either.
I want it from 8 to midnight, or I want it from 8 to 8.
Yeah, to me, we don't have to pay
One of
anybody
us
to
would
come
always-
check.
yeah, I mean,
rotate amongst council.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
That
it
wouldn't
makes
be
sense that
difficult.
way.
just be like, hey,
Maybe
Mary,
you don't want my opinion.
if somebody's
You're talking
got
about
it for the
$50
month.
deposit, is that what you said?
$50 deposit,
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
50?
and then like $100 to rent it. That's still cheap.
And you can do, if you can, you do a walkthrough with them before they leave
Yeah.
when they're done. And that way you can point out things they can correct it if they're so inclined to.
Right.
And, you get their deposit back.
Okay.
Sounds good. I make a motion that we charge for the community center rental fee to be $100 with a $50 deposit. And the deposit is refundable upon everything being checked to make sure everything is left as they got it.
I'll second that motion.
So then are you guys gonna figure out amongst yourselves?
We're
Yeah.
gonna take turns.
We'll take
We'll-
turns.
we'll
I don't
rotate.
want any part.
Yep,
We'll rotate.
Okay.
yep, we'll rotate.
Cause that'll be a
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. So we will go into executive session for real estate. But 10 minutes?
That's fine.
10 minutes? So, how much time?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss real estate from 6:59 till 7:09, 10 minutes.
I'll second that one. motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Will somebody bring their stopwatch?
Yeah, I got my phone.
I
6:59
did
right
not
now.
set up a table or chairs.
Oh, that's.
We just figured you could use the island. Yeah, you might like to see.
Yeah, don't do that. Very expensive.
Don't close that one and I'll give you the key. This is the key for this door. I'll leave this door cracked.
Get in line. There's a long line.
I just found out what it is to rent the fairground.
Somebody else said that we won't have
That's a steal though, you guys, really. That's a big facility.
Yeah, it is. It's $650.
$650 for the fairground.
That ain't bad, that's a steal.
Yeah.
That's a big place.
You're too cheap.
I know that.
Well, we doubled it, so.
You're still too cheap.
Yes.
That's okay.
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 We'll call the meeting back to order at 7. No binding decisions were made.
Somebody's gotta say it.
Make a motion to call the meeting back to order at 7:10. No binding decisions were made.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, now, I think everybody has a copy of the notice that possibly will go in the paper starting Wednesday next week, correct?
Yes.
For the sale of Shiloh. So that'd be November 19th.
It's going to be in the MAC paper, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
the
that's
Sentinel
our-
is our official paper.
Official paper, so that will be put in there, so it'll be run. You guys want to come up with a?
I have not made any changes to it. I know Reese sent me an email about it. I did not make any changes just because I was told it would be discussed today. So if something does need changed, I have not done any changes.
It goes in the paper the 19th, it runs for 4 weeks. And then we put a close date on the bids of what's 4 weeks from.
We're looking at Christmas time.
If you publish on the 19th, it could run for 3 weeks, and the final day then would be the day before our next council
Right.
meeting.
Right.
I don't care what you do, I'm just throwing it out.
I say we run it for 4 weeks.
Yep,
We need time.
yep.
We need to do it due diligence.
Do I need to publish it each week for 4 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's going to be December 10th.
That makes it'll run from
Well-
November 19th through December 10th.
It would publish the last time on December 10th.
Right,
yes.
but they would
Yes.
have, is
But
that
there would
also
need
the
to
4 week?
Be an end date.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it publishes on the 10th, I don't know that you'd want it to end on the
Right,
10th. So
exactly.
there'd have
You
to be
want some additional
a
time.
closing date.
Yeah, so I would say
Right.
like, just do the 19th, do the 19th.
Yeah.
Or the 17th if you're going
Well,
for
we'll publish
7
it
days.
the 19th to the 10th, and then the closing date of the 19th?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
closing December 19th.
Uh-huh.
So then the
Do you want to
sale-
have a time?
The actual sale of the property then would have to be approved at the January council meeting.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Is there a time for
It-
closing?
Not approved.
Midnight, December 19th.
Could we
It'd
do
have
an
to be-
executive
it'd have to-
session for the
you'd have-
opening of the bids received during the next meeting?
I don't think
You can't do opening bids in executive
Okay.
session. That's public.
It'd have to be a special
But the
meeting,
the
or just calling
conversation,
it.
the conversation regarding whether or not what you're going to accept or not accept can be an executive session.
Okay.
Okay, so we could actually do the bid opening the day before the next January council meeting. And then we could discuss it in executive session in the council meeting.
Would there have to be a special meeting since you said it had to be public?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be an open meeting to the public.
Yeah, it has to
so.
be an open meeting.
So if we're already having a meeting, why don't we just put it as a topic, open the bids during the regular meeting and then go to executive session?
Are we
to
gonna
talk
have
about
enough
it?
time to do all that?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
thinking.
And here's my deal. I am tired of making rash decisions
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
not having time to
absolutely,
think
I
about
agree,
it.
100%.
And
So
I'm
we need-
really
Right.
not willing to plan
Right,
that. I mean,
right.
we need time to do our due
Right,
diligence and look
right.
over.
But we don't
is
have
my
to make
thinking.
any
Right.
binding decisions just
Right.
because we go and
Right.
talk
So
about it.
we
But then we're putting
we
it off
open
for a
it
month.
two
Exactly.
days, if we open it 2 days before the January council meeting, we would have time to discuss it and make some decisions back and forth?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 6th would be the opening?
Is that our 2 days before our council meeting?
That would be the Tuesday before the council.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So Monday or Tuesday
that does have
works.
to be on here because bidders,
Yes.
bidders have the opportunity to come to the opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So January 6th at what time?
6:30, does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be the open.
Opening the 6th, yeah. And of course, we're gonna do it here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think as it's presented here, it's just fine.
Okay. I'll just need to add that,
The
when
dates.
and where they'll be open and how long it'll publish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get this done.
So,
And Reese is gonna send a boilerplate in the morning for.
I just sent it.
Oh, you just sent it. Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
never mind. He's already sent it.
you should
All
have
right.
something else to add to that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna go on to department reports.
I'm sorry, may I ask a question about the community center?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so when we changed the amount for rental, I have people already that have rented
Oh,
into the future.
we wanna make that effective after
Well,
the first.
I have people that have rented next Christmas and next,
Oh.
July and whatever.
Have
So
they-
do those people,
Have they paid already?
I would have to look who has and who hasn't. But
If,
I just want to clarify so I don't tell someone the wrong thing.
Right.
I think it ought to go into effect. after the first
Effective starting
Yeah.
tomorrow morning.
January 1st or
If,
tomorrow?
if
or-
they've already paid, they're locked into that price, but other than that,
Yeah.
even if it's
That'd be
reserved, if
fine.
they haven't paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anybody that's paid is set, anybody that hasn't paid will be the increased rate.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
really doubt
Okay.
anybody's paid, but.
Yeah, right.
As of, what?
I mean, if
January
if they've
1st
rented it
tomorrow?
for next year, I really doubt they've paid, but.
Yeah, I don't believe so,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to clarify.
I say let's make it effective starting tomorrow and just be done with it.
Okay, okay.
Sounds
Sure
good to
deal,
me.
I mean,
Sounds good to me.
honestly,
Yeah.
We made the motion
Might as well.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Sorry.
we don't have a report from the police, so we'll move on to maintenance.
I want to start off by saying thank you for everyone that came to the Halloween deal that we had going. I think we didn't get a true count, but I'm pretty sure we hit over 150 kids at the park. I would say there was probably over 250 people themselves. So that was a really good deal.
Yeah.
you think they were all residents or a
Um,
mixture?
I think it was probably a 50-50. I mean, I didn't like stare at every person, but I think it was probably a 50-50. There was a lot of people I saw that I knew, but hadn't seen before also.
I think it was a stopping point. I mean, there were groups of kids. They were stopping here and then going somewhere else.
I
which
do
was
know that,
nice.
that they loved it. I heard from a few people that maybe spread everybody out a little bit more, so they can see, so they can walk the whole, you know what I'm saying, like spread everybody out a little bit more.
It'll be that
Yeah.
way when I get more
Yeah.
decorations,
Yeah.
but I had very limited this year, so I
Yeah.
needed to keep it all grouped.
So, but other than that, my granddaughter thought it was great, so she did go.
Well, good.
For a fourth grader to go, you know, because they're all mature
Yeah,
by
we
then.
got some older
Yeah.
ones.
They're all mature by then.
So the next thing I'll start off with, if my numbers are correct, we have changed 100 water meters. So that means, we have 355 water meters, but not all of them are going to be changed due to like the fairgrounds, the school, stuff like that. So I would say we probably have about 225 more to go. So that was just a little update on that. Some of the stuff we did in last month, the pool is all but winterized. I've got a few little things I still need to do. The bathrooms at the park were winterized. We've made some water drainage improvements, a few different culverts. Had a few water leaks this last month. Again, worked on changing water meters. We got our new bar screen out at the sewer plant. We hauled, again, if my numbers are correct, somewhere between 35 to 40 loads to the Shiloh basement with our dump truck. And then we've been working on potholes on 2nd and 4th Street, and then some on Fairview and Kansas. And then we've worked on some traffic hazard areas due to complaints from some residents, like concerns. And then some stuff that we plan to work on in the next month is more potholes, weather permitting. Cleaning some more gutters for drainage, Christmas decorations, and then I also have a company that I've talked to about curbs and streets, concrete wise, so I'm waiting on some quotes coming back from that. I think that's pretty much everything. In your guys' council packet, you should have a piece of paper from, what's his name, Ed's Roofing. I got a second quote on the museum roof. It's about, not quite, but almost half the price of the first quote. So now you guys have 2 quotes to decide from. Now it's up to you. The other thing is, this is going to get sensitive and touchy, but I'm not looking for an answer tonight. I just want you guys to start thinking about stuff. Is we have that KDOT grant out that we're waiting on to hear from. I talked to EVH today. There's still no answers yet, and they don't know when they're coming out. But my second thought today was, if that falls through, what is our game plan? I mean, do we have other ideas? What are you guys thinking? I mean, I just want to make sure that we've got, I mean, if that falls through, where are we going?
We're moving.
I want to keep moving. I mean, I can only fill potholes so fast, which I'll keep doing, but I can only fill them so fast. And then the next thing is I want to talk about water mains also. I understand we have limited money, okay? We're not millionaires. But I want to get stuff moving on that also. My third thing is, I've been thinking about how to solve some problems, but it's more of a Band-Aid. It's not a complete fix. And I'll be honest and say that out to anyone that wants to hear that. But I've been looking at water filters, whole house filters for houses, and I'm not saying this is correct, but I've been seeing them for around $60 a piece for just a single filter. I don't know if that's something that you guys would consider of getting 20, 30, 50 of them to put in the office and basically kind of make it to where like a resident will come in and have a plumber that comes in, signs a piece of paper saying like, yes, I'm going to put this filter in someone's house. The city pays for the filter. The homeowner pays for the plumber to install it, and then they're basically liable after that. It's just a thought.
This is because we get the backlash that we've raised our costs.
And I can't
and
do...
the water is still no good. The water is good at the well.
What about those that already have a whole house filter?
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, they can take this one if they want it.
I've already got
To me,
one. I don't work for
that's
it.
But I guess what I'm getting at is that's what I can fix now.
That's what we can fix.
Water
We can't
mains,
fix
that's fine, but that's a lot of money to spend.
It's gonna take,
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, the water rates
You'll put it in
raised
hours.
to pay for stuff that we already planned.
Yeah.
It's not to pay for extra water mains.
Right.
And a whole house filter is only good if you change your filter in your whole house filter. Because you can have a filter and not change the filter in there, and it's just as bad or worse because now it's piled up gunk.
I mean, I like the idea that would help ease some of it, but then
Yeah.
you're gonna have the
There's
same
some-
people are gonna be bitching about something else.
Yeah.
It's,
Like I said,
I mean,
I'm
I
just
like
an
the idea, I
guy
mean,
here. That's
that would
all
be
I'm
good
doing.
customer service on the city, but like I said, the people, you're gonna have people that are gonna bitch and whine about everything, whether it's this or that.
It is a work in progress right now.
But
I mean,
it's-
we have a grant
it's-
that
it's
we are
showing.
working on things, so, we've got some movement. We're just kind of in a holding pattern right
Yeah,
now,
I mean, that's on
unfortunately.
the test wells and stuff
Yeah,
out there, but
things
that's
have to
not
be-
gonna
But
help
like
our
it's-
infrastructure. I
The
mean,
thing is, if we bought 20 of them, at $60 a piece, it's $1,200.
That's a lot of money.
It's not that much considering that we're that at $50 average increase in the water rates, that's $17,500 a month.
They're
Okay?
gonna complain either way.
They are, but you're just giving them the option. They don't have to take it, but if they do,
Yeah,
we've
but then
released.
we got all these filters that, what if we don't sell them? I mean, come on.
So we get 10 of them and we replenish them if we get rid of 10 of them. It's not that big a
You know, the
cap.
thing is, we shouldn't.
I
have
just
to-
want you guys to think about it.
Right, we shouldn't
Don't
have
talk
to
about it
pay,
tonight.
I mean,
just want you to
we
think
shouldn't
about
have to
it.
pay for a filter. I mean, if they're that worried about a filter,
I
let them
think
come
he
up
just
here and buy
wants to
it.
get
Right, and
us-
I get it, but come up here and, you know, we have them here for sale. I mean, do it at a cut rate, I don't know. But, I mean, just to give everybody one, I mean, it's not gonna say that's gonna solve the
That's
problem.
why you
They
have
still
a-
have to buy the next filter to replace the
Exactly,
one
so-
they give them every 30 days or however long the filter's good for.
60,
Because, like I
60.
said, if you don't
well,
replace
we
it.
just wanna know
you're
that
right
we
with
It's
the
hear
odd.
the
I mean,
complaints.
I like the idea, but you're gonna have the people that bitch about the water, get that problem solved, they're gonna be bitching about something else. And I like the idea, it shows that we actually give a crap,
I
that
mean,
we're trying to
those of
please
you
them,
here,
but
what do you guys think?
I don't see a point in you guys spending that money when there's issues that need to be fixed. That money needs to be put towards the issues that need to be fixed, not for filters.
Well, the
to
water
put a
mains
Band-Aid on
are
it.
at $1.5 million. I mean,
I mean, that's a big fix.
that's not all of the water mains, but that's just a section.
Who says
Is there
says it's gonna work?
right before the city, is there any way to plumb in a whole
Like a filter,
filter?
like a city filter?
It would have to be in front of every single meter.
No, if it would.
Before it
if-
comes into the tower.
If you're saying that you're.
It's the mains though.
the main, we've got a lot of
all
old cast
throughout-
mains
all
that are.
throughout the town or just the
Correct.
one, the
It's-
supply line?
It's
Yeah, the only way around it, I mean, is to fix the issue is either replace the mains or try and basically run a sleeve down the mains, which some of the stuff I've seen, the mains wouldn't withstand a sleeve, would they?
So it's the local mains that are a problem as well.
the main coming from the wells. I mean, there's technically two, but one's PVC. And that was, I don't know when that was exactly put in, but
What percentage of the mains in town do you think are
have to ask me
PVC?
that.
Just a rough guess.
I would say 25%. That's just a good guess. I mean, 30 maybe.
Is that?
Tell me, Mary, which
No,
ones?
what do you think, Dave?
I think you're too high. The only thing that's gonna be plastic is gonna be out here in the new development,
No.
number First Street.
Second Street's plastic, First Street's plastic, Fourth Street's plastic.
Second Street's plastic?
Yes, sir.
I live on Second Street. I have some of the shittiest water in the town. It's plastic?
Yes.
It is.
It is.
What do you
Fair,
think?
Fairview, be plastic?
Really?
When did we replace Second Street? Because that's some of the original.
Austin, you sure that Second Street is all the way from the north to the south?
No, it's not on the south side of the co-op.
Did they bore it in?
But it doesn't, from Railroad Street here, it doesn't go clear down to the north, does it?
From my map, it shows it is PVC from Railroad to Ashland. Well, Walnut. That's what it shows.
Does it
Have
go
I
to,
seen it?
done
No,
your-
I have not.
does it
You
go to
haven't cleaned out the
Casey's?
pits to see what's hooked onto?
That doesn't matter.
It all runs out to the street.
I thought that's what we're about to back
Well, but that doesn't matter what comes into your pit or not. That doesn't mean what the main is.
Second Street got replaced with
First-
plastic from the old ice plant. I don't remember if it stopped here straight east of the bank or another block down. And that was, my God, that was clear back in the 60s,
Oh, that's.
So, does Casey's?
early 70s.
Do they have, is it plastic down towards Casey's there?
So I know that back in, what was that, 2019, somewhere in there, someone replaced from the main on Main Street down Iowa a ways with plastic, but feeding it from both directions is not plastic.
Okay.
So that's the other problem.
Yeah, 'cause I'm saying.
It doesn't matter what your line is, it's what's
If
feeding
it's
it.
lead up ahead of it.
Right.
So that's where I'm having problems because, you know, like people are like, well, if I'm on PVC, I should have beautiful water.
Right.
Well, it's
What's
not.
feeding the
Yeah.
PVC.
What's coming off the tanks? We go to cast iron down Main, right? Is it cast down Main?
There's cast coming, leaving the tanks.
So right after it leaves the tanks.
And that's why with the KWO grant, I have them going from the water tanks out to Main Street, from Fairview to Walnut, replacing that, because that is the start of the vein of the city.
Yes.
I guess we'll find out.
It'd be the second to last street, Ashland, Walnut.
Well,
Right,
the second-
exactly.
the
When is it
second
supposed to
one
be
to
there?
the north.
I don't know, but you know what? And they'll, you know,
But
yeah.
that's why I say 25 to 30% is PVC. Like I said, I have not physically seen every single main, but I'm going off of what our maps show.
Next time we get a water leak on Second Street, take a peek.
And every time I ask former employees, they don't know.
No, of course they don't. Not the last
But
time.
you're going back to the engineering that was done by BC
did I say that?
or BG?
That came out your mouth, I
It
didn't see in your
did. I
head.
couldn't help it.
Did BG put that together? Okay, so that was an engineering study that was done. Where it's not just us guessing on stuff, that was.
And you know, the next thing is that it's
Is it
hard.
run down the center of the street and Second Street, or is it off to the?
It's off to the west.
Off to the west?
Yeah.
Right where we're having all the trouble with the road rolling out?
Yep.
For the most part.
I think I remember that happened, because my grandma lived down there behind Williamshire Lake.
Yep.
I think that happened.
That would have been.
'70s or early '80s.
Okay, yeah,
Austin, do you have anything else?
we'll think about it.
My only other thing I have is if I could ask the residents of the town that when we're doing road work to please drive slowly around us and not 45. It's just, I don't have a lot of signs to put up. So, I mean, basically we just put cones around our equipment and that's about all we got.
Oh, you just put that machinery there so I couldn't go through the road. That's
I wa-
okay.
I
I get
wasn't-
paid more to go around the block anyway because it takes me longer.
I
So
wasn't
anyway,
driving the skid steer.
can I,
I wasn't
can we
driving.
get a,
I've kept my equipment off the road.
I know this is probably, can we get a sign that says the speed limit down that little section, down there from the end to, like just one sign that says how fast to go?
I would need two.
Mary, I tell you what, that's a good idea, but we gotta have somebody that's gonna enforce it. Cause there's
Every
people
morning.
running
Every
45, 50
morning.
mile an hour down Kansas.
Every morning, a kid's late
Do
for
we
school.
have any?
And I slowed down, that where you guys have been working on, now it's
Mhm.
better, but
Yep.
slow down in the truck, it's pretty rough. And there's some mornings like past
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We all know who that boy is. Yep. Every morning, going so fast, you can't even see a stripe in the blur.
Yep.
But I don't have any.
I don't see
25.
how they make it through that dip right there.
Oh, I've heard him not make it through there a few times. Well, that's the
Don't
law.
ask me. That's
the
up to
law.
you
That's
guys.
the
Is
law.
it paved or, if you're talking about the gravel?
Yeah, it's
Dirt
dirt.
road, right?
We can't legally drop it to 20 without a traffic study.
Well,
We
sometimes it's a
can,
little
as a
cost.
council,
25
drop it
though, right?
to 25.
35.
Well, what is
Is
the,
what state
where are
state
you,
law
I
in
don't
the city.
understand.
Right in front of,
On my road, so they actually, there's a sign there that they say, oh, there is a speed limit here.
right in front of each other.
They think it's like country living or something. I mean,
So they said as it
They
is,
don't
there, I mean,
there's
never
never been
changing it.
signed down
It's
there.
not-
So that's all I have. Thank you.
if it's not posted, we
Okay,
just post
so,
it.
do we wanna do this or not?
Do what?
Put a speed limit sign up?
We're gonna have to look into what it takes to do, but we wanna drop it to 25.
We're not talking about dropping it, we just need to put up a
If you
sign,
go-
right?
The city limits has to be 35
Mhm.
without.
30.
If you want,
30.
Is it 30? I thought it was
It's 30.
35.
How does Galva get away with 25?
Well,
20.
they probably had some sort
I always
of,
get in trouble for talking about Galvez.
No, I want to.
Not posted city streets are 30.
Now, tell you what, before we,
They just put 'em up.
Do they
Hey,
just
Yeah, residential, yeah.
let's do it this way. We're gonna be sitting here arguing back
Okay.
and forth. If we want to drop it, somebody take the initiative, get online and do some reading on it and figure it out.
I did it
And then
before. I had to
bring the
find it.
documentation so we know where, I thought it was 35. Scott thinks it's 30.
He
It
said
is.
when he worked for Galva that Stacy said 25.
Yeah, but I think it
What
has to be
is it?
state.
Yeah.
I think it has to be state. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, we can
Or we
argue
could ask
all.
Dominic. Dominic,
Yeah, he might.
he might know, so that's, we can do
There we
that
go.
too.
Reese,
Okay.
do you know, does it have to do anything with the STO that we adopt?
I
No?
don't know.
Okay, I don't know either, so. I can
Okay.
get you a copy of that if you need, Scott,
I'm
or
done.
you can.
You're
borrow
done?
this.
Thank you.
Please.
Before you move on, can we just do a motion on the approval of letting out for bids on that property for the
Will you
advertisement?
put the address
Oh.
on the motion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
I would.
did we not?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
We didn't do
Do
it.
you,
No.
do you
I-
have the amended version
Of,
of the notice for sale? Is that what we're talking about?
We just need to make a motion for the dates in the release, right? Yep. Okay, well, I'll make a motion to release the bid open for Shiloh in the 11/19 newspaper to run 4 times, last running on 12/10. Bids will be opened on the 6th at a special meeting, 6th of January, sorry, at a special meeting at 6:30 at the
Closing.
council building before the next meeting.
With the
Okay.
closing to be December 19th at midnight?
Yes, last bid to be received, closing 12/19 at midnight.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Reese.
Yes.
Okay. Code enforcement, Samuel's still on medical leave, so
How's he doing?
I really don't like to discuss. I mean, that's kind of.
I just didn't know if he was
yeah.
doing any better.
He's
Hanging in there?
hanging in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, council, we'll start. Crystal?
Gosh. I kind of already brought up my one question, which was the dumpster thing, which I didn't even realize we were gonna talk about trash. I didn't know what the MASWU was, so.
I did ask the one particular individual by us, and she's still utilizing it. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's until
I didn't
she-
know if we charged, like if we called it, but she already answered all that, so that was really the only thing I had.
Okay, and I guess, I just want to ask about the property over here that we're supposed to sell for the storage unit thing. How's that going? Is that going forward? Is that not going forward?
I was
or-
gonna tell everybody, I'm getting bids to try to get somebody to move that tank.
Okay,
Get the
okay,
tank.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I didn't know, you know.
We thought we had it going to be removed, and that didn't take place, so.
Okay, okay, yeah, I was
So
just
I'm
curious
trying to
about
get
it, so,
bids.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's all I had.
Yeah.
You want everybody's opinion, otherwise I'm gonna leave them out. As far as the personnel policies and procedures, I'm done with it. The only thing I've got left is the job descriptions and the pay scales. Do you guys want that in the policies and procedures?
I
I'm
don't think
working-
it should
It
be
should be
in
a
the policies and
separate-
procedures.
No.
I think it should just be a
That's separate.
reference to another, like
Yeah.
in the policies and procedures, it should
All right,
reference
if I'm
the
gonna-
document.
Here's gonna be my issue. If I'm gonna reference something else, where's that something else and who's gonna take the responsibility to do it?
I'm working
Yeah, I know you
on
are.
some of that right now, and
Okay.
so, that being said, we decided, or talked about, there was no decision, excuse me, there's no decision. But we had talked about leaving that separate from the policies and procedures because it's easier to change our job
Right.
description versus the policies and procedures.
Absolutely.
So the policies and procedures will be referenced in the job description, like you have to follow the policies and procedures of the city, right? Type of thing. That's the route I am currently going.
Yes.
All right.
The pay scale would also be in under the job description, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's how it's being done, so if not,
Right.
somebody else can have it.
Nope, you are doing a fine job.
So, I mean, I think the last reference you sent me of pay scale was from, was that 07 or 08?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
I'm
And I
kind of
would-
doing some national searching of where things are. I know we're in a different place, that's the only place I know to start, so.
We have, if you need it, we have access to the clerk's survey.
Arizona is like only 1 or 2% different than us on the cost of living, so you could look there too.
So,
Yeah,
that,
I
I
mean,
mean, I
what you
don't
need
mean
to
to
live in
step on your
Arizona.
toes,
We're gonna go
but
there, it's hot.
does that answer your question?
It's sunshine.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
we
need
need,
gloomy
And-
days.
And
I know
I'm
you
also
say-
Gary reading the last version that was sent out. I was gonna bring it tonight because I'm just doodling on it. But I'll scan it and send it to you.
okay, good.
Because I know I had talked to Crystal and asked her to kind of help, but I have not sent it to her
Yeah,
yet.
it's got a lot of outdated stuff in it. What about far as performance reviews? Do you want that in there or not? I mean, I've got a couple of different performance reviews, and the reason I'm asking this, because throughout, I mean, if you guys have read it, throughout it talks about the job reviews, the pay scales, responsibilities and all that stuff, and it's not referencing anywhere, and this has all been up in the air on how it's been done, and that's why like, I'll give you an example, like for the lifeguards and everything. We have to go back and, well, what did we pay them last year? And then it's a 30-minute discussion on what we paid them last year. If you go through and we get a job description built and the pay scale set up, it's said and done. And then if we want to give a pay increase, cost of living over the year, you increase it X number of percent instead of having to waste 2 or 3 hours every year debating and arguing back and forth on it.
Yeah.
And my thoughts were, okay, we've already got our pay scale set. We already know what everybody's making right now. We put that in there, and you start to base it off of that.
But not in the standard policies and procedure, that's
Right,
separate.
in the description.
Right, but if we're not going to put it in there, that's what I'm saying. We've got it. That stuff has to be documented, and it's got to be referenced somewhere
Yes.
and available for everybody. Instead, if
Right.
none of us are here 5 years, 10 years down the road, well, how in the hell do we figure out how much everybody's getting paid? What's the maintenance's job description? And that's why I want to try and put it in the policies and procedures where it is in one spot instead of here,
Well,
over here.
could
And
do it
that's
as
the
an
reason
addendum,
we're in the shape we're in,
you
is
know,
nothing is
a
documented.
section. Like all the policy, if you have your policy and procedure handbook, you know, you have all your sections and then you have addendum 1, addendum 2, and that could be your pay scale and your
Right,
job
and that's
descriptions.
exactly what I was going to do. I was going to put the review form in there, the job descriptions,
Yeah.
and the pay scale.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, I'll get that put in. What all I'm gonna do for right now, since I've got one more month after this, I'll get out what we're currently paying everybody. And then if we have time next month, we can do it, or it can be discussed in January.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we're all in agreement, put it all put all that stuff in as an addendum?
Mhm.
You think that'll work?
I mean, I think so.
I think it'd be
It's
smart
easier to
to-
change one and the other
Right.
without
Yeah.
affecting both, I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for what you're doing.
When I have time to work on it, actually.
Well, you know what, at least you're finding the time to do it, okay? Because I know I sure couldn't do it.
Okay, that's all I got. Oh, and I want to say, hey, thank you for working on the streets. And actually, people said some things about it. It was good, not negative.
Did you already, you said you already started a pay scale, Jerry? I have one too, that's fine. I mean, I can.
You got the current one?
I have
we're
whatever he currently makes. I think you sent that to me.
Yeah, I know.
But I did some research of just ranges based on different jobs and that sort of stuff. And I did divide up the 2 maintenance positions as well, because that was not on there before. We did not have that, right? So to include that and our new second clerk.
And code enforcement. Right?
Well, code
Third.
enforcement is also maintenance.
Yeah.
Always been there.
Like the
2.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
We have supervisor, maintenance 1, maintenance 2 /
Okay.
code enforcement, and then assistant clerk, whatever the formal, I think is how that's how I did that.
Cool.
Wording may be a little different, despite, I can't remember right now.
Well, it's on to you.
If I don't get it completely done by the time I'm done off council, I'll keep working on it and give it to somebody.
You're well, I'll send what I have to you, and maybe we can cross or whatever. I mean,
Are you all right if we make it basically a live document where we can both edit it together, all the changes
I think
are
we
saved?
tried that last time, and I have no idea what you're talking about. So yeah,
You have
sure.
OneDrive on your computer? No.
You don't?
You can send it to me.
Um,
I OneDrive.
I might, but I don't use it, so I'd have to Fumbleina
You
through
probably
that.
don't know you have it.
Once you
probably
have
don't.
it and then you get multiple devices, it does get very confusing. Because it will literally copy, as soon as you log in with the same email,
Yeah, I know.
it copies and then you can have access to some because the version is right and then some versions are older and then you can't access from them. It can be a
Yeah,
pain
so I
in the
don't
butt,
use
but-
that.
Yeah.
I don't use that.
I have no idea what
I only have it on one device, so.
We've
We've
got people in charge that know what they're doing.
I know.
Stuff like that.
I know nothing.
I've got it on the OneDrive.
Okay, yeah, you can send it to me. I'll save it on my OneDrive.
I know nothing.
Okay. Really just information. Spoke with Austin about our fire hydrant replacement over by the old elementary school. Sorry, I was trying to find nice words. Austin's been working on that, dealing with all the replacement issues that are involved. It's more in depth, of course, than just something simple, because that's how we like to roll here. And then we agreed on that date of March 31st, so we're gonna set the date of replacement for March 31st. We have a chance of inspection starting anew from January on. So, and speaking with Austin, I think that date, if we need to change that, we'll adapt. But with weather coming and we don't know what it's gonna be or when the parts are gonna be here, we just have to have a game plan so that when the state comes in, we can make sure we're keeping our good rating for our citizens.
Aren't there
So
2
there's
other
no
fire
choice.
hydrants still out with that one?
There's one on Main Street.
The 4th
And then I
ninth?
have that.
But
Or
did-
Osage and
Did we
Maine?
just purchase 2 when we did that?
I thought you had found another one, so we had 3 still out.
No.
We only have one out, which is the one by the elementary, correct?
Well, we have the one by the elementary and one on the Main Street.
Yeah, there's 2 that need to be.
Main.
I have the one, and then I have a blowout 2-inch. But I've been trying to figure out where to put that one as far as at the burn site. So hopefully I can detour some of these heavy trucks sitting on the streets filling.
Okay, that's all I have.
Scott?
Got nothing,
Nothing?
nothing.
Well, Morgan?
No.
You really need to start going before the council,
Move
so you don't
along.
get skipped anymore.
Here's my stack, and I'll make it quick. So we received a letter or an invitation from Christ Kids. You can pass it around. It's just inviting us. Basically, it's like an open house. So there's that if you want to pass it around. We received a letter from Ag 360 that we will have a new insurance agent starting this month, actually. The same assistant in the office, but Tony's going to reduce his role to do another job. Got that
That's-
you.
The gentleman's name is Joe Allen.
No,
Or-
that'll be the like
Oh, that's
owner of the facility.
Oh.
This, according to this, it says Cody Moores.
Oh, okay. I got a message from Joe Allen.
Yes, he put utilities, so he must be like manager
okay.
overseeing something.
Okay.
But Cody is going to be working in the office and stuff. So if you need that information, that can, if anybody wants to see it, that can go around. Big discussion in my clerks group right now, and probably everywhere, except if you don't watch the news. Pennies.
They're going away.
I could supply the whole town, I promise.
I-
Jars.
I don't know where to start, who to talk to. I'm assuming probably the auditor and accountant is a good place to go, but some cities have sent out notices to customers. And I printed one that it came early, but there's been lots of examples basically that we all share with each other. And some cities aren't giving change, they're just applying overpayments, which is fine for utility billing, but I don't know what to do about everything else. Like, eventually you're gonna have to address payroll and all those
But
things.
are you? Those are in checks,
Yeah,
not points.
right, exactly.
It's
And
only
if
when you
it's
pay in
cash,
cash.
that's
Yeah.
on the bank, not you.
Yeah, but if the bank says we won't give out pennies anymore and I write a check for
That's on the bank.
Not your problem.
50731.
It's on
That's right.
Yep.
But
Not your
then
problem.
what is that, how does the
What
employee
is-
cash their check then?
At the bank.
At
That's
the
the
bank.
bank's problem.
What are we gonna do on customers and they come in and pay with cash, their bill is $100.37? Are we rounding
I think
that
Well-
that's where the
down?
credit comes into play, unless you have a better idea,
Yeah, I don't.
to where if you can't give the change, then you would therefore credit
I
the
mean, that-
27 cents to their account.
That's-
All they're doing by taking away the penny is preparing everybody for what's gonna happen, and that's gonna be digital cash.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have money anymore. It's gonna be debit card. That's it.
There's enough pennies in
Yeah.
circulation.
Yeah, but
For
I
our
can tell you
lifetime, we didn't
this.
gotta worry about it.
The banks
Agreed.
are turning those pennies in. There are signs up in some banks locally already saying, don't ask for pennies. They are turning them in. So eventually, years to
Well,
come,
and that
there
makes-
will not be pennies. So
Yeah.
if your bank doesn't give you pennies, you're not gonna get more pennies in circulation because you're not gonna be able to have the source to go get the change.
I think we give them a credit. If they don't like that, they are welcome to come back and pay with the exact change.
Which is basically what most cities have said.
Okay.
Pay with exact change or
That sounds good.
have a
Yeah.
credit. Does that
Or
need
set
to
up auto
be
pay and use your debit card.
run by you before we put up a notice, or is that?
It's up to you. I haven't really touched anything that had to
Okay.
do with the penny issue. so.
So I'll just send it to you and you can approve it then, and, okay. Oh, this is, I called this and it was junk, we can talk about that. Scott's Protect, they're the people that came and sealed the floor. Last year, they did send, an offer again this year. It used to be done yearly. We did it last year. I don't remember the cost. This says if it's done by November 14th, which I think they must have known our meeting was today, so I think if we schedule it, it'd be okay, I'm not sure. But the regular price is $800. They said they would do it for $625.
I say we wait until after
Yeah.
the holidays.
And yes, that was
after all the
discussed.
mud
Yeah.
and the snow
And they need to do a much better job than they did last year because that was a poor quality.
I
Oh,
say-
they were here for hours longer than they anticipated. I mean, we all but had to stay open just to allow them to finish the office.
Yeah.
I don't
When we
think
left
they-
at the end of the day, they were still cleaning in the community center because they said because it hadn't been done for several years, it's just a lot harder to get the old material up and
I would
get it,
just
but-
tell them that we're not interested in this year.
if they will allow me to schedule for a later date and keep this price, do you want me to do that or do you want me to not schedule currently?
What kind of shape's the floor in right now?
I just didn't think they did a good enough job.
I
last
didn't
time.
think so either.
Okay.
Anyway, I say,
Ooh,
Wait,
I'm
and
gathering
we-
that's a
maybe
no.
we go out and
Thank
get some
you.
bids.
Okay, next.
I received a letter from Habitat for Humanity, basically just, and it's addressed to the city, so, asking if we want to make any contribution to Habitat for Humanity. Says to eliminate the problem of substandard housing in the McPherson community.
Yeah, I mean, if it said McPherson County, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're specifically saying McPherson, and I
I'd
don't
like-
see them
I'd like
giving
to
us
see-
money
I'd like to
for
see what they
anything we
build
do.
here.
Yeah.
I know Erin did speak with a lady from Habitat for Humanity. I don't know what her title is as far as, you know, what she does, but they basically said if land was available, they would build here, but there's nothing available because they can't afford to purchase it for $30,000, basically,
Right.
or for cheap. Yeah, they said we would build if there was land to build on, and we could obtain it for a decent price. But just wanted to mention. Okay, yeah, most of this is easy. I did receive another letter from the ARC. It's the same letter on the front, but it has a map on the back, and it just is our town's invitation to participate in the sales scramble.
Didn't they send one like a month ago or something too, letting us know they were gonna do it again?
Yes, and it's a $25 participation fee for cities to be officially listed. So if we want to be officially listed, it is a $25 fee.
When's the date?
The sales scramble does not have a specific date, it just says April 2026.
Or is this that one?
It's the miles of sales or whatever.
We kind of need to have our name up on there.
So we had a couple.
We had quite a few people stop.
We had a couple citizens that contacted the ARC and put their
Yeah, I
address
did.
on the list, but yeah.
How was the response that you got?
Really good.
You had the fairgrounds out here, this was full.
Yeah, they have them.
Cheryl's did something, so.
There were a couple of homes.
I just feel like Canton ought to be on that map.
Yeah,
Motion.
exactly.
I mean, that's promoting Canton.
You got the motion there, Mary?
I will make a motion to put our name on the map for $25.
I'll
Got
second.
to say it's money.
Oh, money's going to the ARC.
Repeat the whole motion that way legally.
Okay.
We were
I
done.
make a motion to have our name put on the map through the ARC for $25 in the month of April. For the sales. I should add here. Is that all I need?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
okay,
And I can second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Sorry. Not very professional.
I received an email about an online news outlet. It's called Citizens Journal. It looks legitimate. I says must be like a large area they're trying to incorporate, because it initially says reporting on issues for McPherson County, but then down lower it says residents of Ogden, but they want to partner with the city of Canton. They just want to receive news releases and announcements from the city, council meeting minutes and agendas, information about upcoming events, other relevant news and updates. There's nothing listed on here as far as cost.
Where do they publish?
It's online. I don't know.
I mean, what's their reach? I mean, it's,
What's the internet, so.
yeah,
It's
but
everywhere.
It says they want to discuss how the Citizens Journal can support your commitment to transparency and community engagement. So, I just received that, wanted to mention it.
I think it's a fishing.
yeah,
Feels like
yeah.
fishing.
It had a legitimate email, so I just haven't Googled it or done any looking into it. If somebody wants to, that's fine. I got it, I wanted to mention it. I have two things. I got one quote. I haven't done other quotes because it's more work than I anticipated, and most people want to demo their product first, which is weird to me, but I got a quote for basically digitizing the ordinances and the codes to be more user-friendly. It is a lot. It's a 6-month process. They have an attorney. This is through the league. Well, it's not the league that does it. It's American Legal Publishing, but it's offered through the league. But let me find the exact number. Sorry, I should have had it highlighted. Yeah, they basically have a link to it on the league's website. So you basically scan all of your pages. They go through it and determine if all of it is still worded correctly, relevant, nothing has changed as far as legal issues, state, federal, anything like that. And then they come back, I know they have an attorney that works on it, they send a letter to our attorney, they make it user-friendly, they publish it online. There's a yearly online fee. There's a lot in here.
There's a yearly fee on top of what you...
Well, just in case we change anything, sure.
Yeah, there's a optional services. So
what's the fee?
The yearly fee?
What's
Or
the
you mean the
cost- what's
total?
the cost of it?
I know, I'm still looking for the exact number. I feel like they must have sent it to me in the email. It was
I thought it was 9,000.
just over 9,000. It's a 6-month process and it includes at least 2 attorneys. So
But how
I feel
many
like,
times do we fight looking for stuff?
and it's
not
not
worded right.
user friendly. A lot of people call the office and say, I got this code violation, I can't even find the codes online, or I can't.
It's something that needs to be done, just like the policies and procedures.
Yes.
Basically, if you get on and look at the codes and everything right now, what it basically is, it looks like somebody's taken a picture of the document, and that's what it's been
It's
put
a
online.
PDF or JPEG, you can't.
I can turn it
And
into a Word document.
And it's
at
one
home.
piece.
Yeah, but it's not as it is, it's not a searchable document.
Now,
No.
Because it was scanned in, so it's not
I can make it a searchable
interactive.
document.
Yeah,
I
go
have-
for it, but.
I have seen.
If you send it to me, or if you tell me to take the one offline, I can take it offline.
But to be fair, we're not there. We don't have the policies and procedures done. So spending the $9,000 for the 6-month process, we're not even there. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying we're not there.
Maybe she could get it to where at least they could go down, copy it or whatever, and not have to be calling up here and disrupting things up
They'll
here.
still do that.
Well, you know what I'm saying though,
Yeah,
but
if you want to look at it and see what you can do.
It needs to
I
be
literally can
online.
take this and take it home, scan it, and turn it into a Word document, and edit it.
Okay, some of the cities that I've looked at, when you search their database, it reads just like the Kansas statutes. Okay, and those are the ones you can get through, those are the ones you can find what you're looking for. So that's what we'd be kind of looking for to set up our searchable page, I think, anyway.
I'll give it to you.
What was the domain for
They
that
all,
one?
they all.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's the domain for that one that you've got?
Like where they would publish it, or
Yeah,
you mean
what's
who
the,
would?
what's the site?
As far as I'm understanding, they publish it on our website.
No, who are they?
No.
Okay, that's, it is American Legal Publishing. It's who the,
Try to find city code financial.
yeah, I have that one, and I have an Encode Plus, or Encode something. When I looked at their website, it says schedule a demo with us, and I didn't want to carve out 2 hours of demo time. These people I literally just sent, here's how many pages each section is, here's the date it was last approved.
So what annual fee are they charging? I mean,
It's like a 5-page document if you'd like to read it. There's several pages of optional online services. You can get printed books. You can get them updated annually or 6 months or quarterly or as ordinances.
Don't we have
pass.
somebody already doing our website for us?
We're-
So if we
I mean,
gave
we
them
pay
a
them.
document to put on the website, they could do
put
it?
together like a GoDaddy website, okay? It's really sloppy and cheap.
Oh, well,
Okay.
if
We
we
don't-
have the domain, I can put it on HostGator and literally do whatever you want me to do it.
Well, it sounds like Crystal wants to investigate that and find out some more
It's
information.
not hard to fix a
We
website.
are trying with IT
Especially
to
a
look
cheap
at
one.
going to a .gov domain
Mhm.
because .gov is free, and he is trying to help us with that, and also trying to figure out emails because our
I thought that you had mentioned something
email
about it
system is
before.
not,
User-friendly.
it's, yeah.
I would say get with Morgan here and
Okay.
see what
That'd be great.
you can
But I will
come
look
up
into
with.
the other one too, that encode or ransom.
Yeah.
It's through ransom, right?
Yeah, it's through
Yeah.
ransom, city code financial.
Thank you,
Yeah.
yes. And then the only last thing I have is I got this email, I don't know, not very long ago, from McPherson County about my town. So I printed it off for everybody to look at. I don't know what
They
you
want
need to know about.
$42,000 to get involved with it, and I'm not sure if that's what the city's commitment is.
No, I
Or whether
think
it's the
that's-
county
I
commitment.
think that's county.
I think that's the countywide.
Okay.
That's how I
They wanna
understood
know
it.
how
And so
much
we
we
split
could
that?
put towards that.
I saw the 40,000, I said, I was ready to throw the trash.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's county, that's not that bad.
yeah.
If it's split amongst all communities.
But somebody needs to go on YouTube and find my town and see how it's actually put together. So, I don't have.
I would
YouTube.
suggest everybody look at that
Yeah.
if you have time.
Yeah, so then we can make a decision on it.
Yeah, I don't need any answers, I just want to make sure you saw
Yeah,
it.
we did see it.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
everything
I should
I
have brought
have.
that up, they can't be neglected.
Okay.
Otherwise you're gonna trash the whole building.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering, Austin, have you got any updates from Ned with the water wells and?
Nope, and I've talked to Doug Getz, and he was gonna pressure him.
Okay.
And we still need access to the properties that we did get done. Okay.
We did get, I woke up one morning and I got a phone call about a donation that was given to the city. And it's from R&R, the Schultzes, which would be Roger, Mitch, and Rod. And they have a tank truck out on the highway out here that they had for sale. And they're gonna donate that to the city along with the accessories, so.
Nice,
So
nice.
we will be proud owners of the tank truck.
Water
so-
truck.
Water truck, yeah, it is a water truck, so.
Is it that
and
back truck?
Hmm?
Is it the back truck?
No.
No.
It's not the
Well,
back truck?
It's the one that's
Kind
out on the
of.
highway.
It does,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it does.
It is that back truck?
Yeah.
Someone's parked there on the highway. Wow.
You,
West town.
So anyway, if you see any of the Schultzes, you might thank them for that, so. I just want to know, does anybody know anything about what's going on at the corner store? Has anybody heard anything?
One day when I was driving by, I actually saw, like they were showing the building, like they had them in and out. Now this is probably about a month ago, but I did see them, they were walking around checking everything out. I have not seen any activity since then out there, just cars like parked there, like
With a
beat up
flat
somebody,
tire and-
or something like that. But I
see
did say
a lot of
somebody
people
like,
pulling in,
but
and
I
then they
did
pull
see,
out 'cause there's
like
nothing.
somebody was looking at it.
Yeah, did we have any contact with them through the city? Okay.
They have not reached out, at least, to say they closed or we can't turn the meter off unless there's a leak, unless they ask us to. So I billed them and
They're still
That's
paying
it.
and.
yeah, that's all I know. I just heard rumors they closed and then they were gone.
Yep.
So
Never heard they ever opened anything.
Do you have their contact information?
I have a phone number and a mailing address for the person who was responsible for the utilities, but that's the business that was in there, not the person who owns the building.
There's the people.
Yeah, the people who own the building are different than the people who have
And they don't live
utilities.
here, I'm assuming?
I don't even know who
Billing.
it is.
Oh.
It
is.
Pressed something wrong, okay.
Yeah, it's going.
Okay, okay. Well, I still can't
Asala
pronounce it, so-
Rahul
Yes.
Venkata, it's their mailing address is Freedom, Oklahoma.
Oh,
Okay, I was just curious. We did get the museum back from Friends of Canton or something like that, anyway. And the roof is falling in. So, we had a bid at one time at over 16,000.
Yeah, it was like 16,169 or something.
We got another one the other day from a gentleman out of Newton, and he's at 9250.
yeah, this is the maintenance building?
No,
No,
the museum.
The museum, okay.
The museum and jail.
Museum.
Both of them together?
So, not doing anything is not the answer, because we end up with, I mean,
More
it's just-
Was there insurance that, like, could a claim be filed or anything like that?
No.
No,
No?
no,
Because it's just normal wear and tear and,
I don't think we,
What are you suggesting, Rhonda? What are you-
does anybody else have another roofer to look at, or what do we do?
If you don't do anything on it with winter, with that type of roof, with
Yeah,
a
it's
leaking,
gonna
that
be
building's gonna
bad.
be toast with snow
the
and ice.
inside's
sitting
gonna
on it.
need completely replaced too if you don't
Yeah,
do
well,
something.
it's already partially there, but.
Yeah.
Well, and this,
So we're gonna make a motion to accept this bid, get the roof done,
get a schedule.
get a schedule.
Does it say how long they're out on being able to, there's no lead time or anything?
When I talked to him, what did he say?
I mean, if he's not gonna be available until January,
Yeah, we probably have to find out when he can do it, yeah.
Yeah, we could. find
Otherwise,
out.
we're gonna have to find somebody else to do it.
Right, it's something needs to be acted on, otherwise that
Mhm.
building's
Yeah, there's,
gonna
I'm
be
not seeing a
trashed.
date on here.
It does say partial payment is required to be placed on the schedule, so I'm assuming they just tell you when they're
What do they
available.
consider partial payment, $100 or half the bill?
I'm just reading it,
I
I
get-
didn't.
I get licensed contractors, I'm not sure they can legally ask for money up front.
I'm not sure either, because the last time I did that, I got,
Uh-huh.
it was not good.
Okay, so table for further research and we'll address it next council meeting.
Or before that.
No, I
if you
think-
Yeah, I think we
Or
maybe
before
let's
that,
do
if you need
something
to, we
before
can call a
then.
special
Yeah.
meeting, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a 25-year lifetime warranty.
Okay.
It
Or
does.
do you
I
want
see
to go
that.
ahead and approve this? and-
So you need to approve the funds so you can get it on the schedules, and we'll try and do it next month. We'll be in the
Well,
same boat.
Yeah,
wouldn't
what-
we kind of like to
but
know
what
what
if
he
we-
wants from?
Yeah, I wanna know what he
upfront?
wants.
Yeah,
before- I
exactly.
mean, let's
Yeah.
get us on the schedule, and
Yeah.
then
And
if we need to
wanna
have
know
a
if he's-
payment,
And we want to know if he's licensed and bonded?
And how
provide all
soon
the
they can do
information.
it.
If he wants a payment, then we'll have to have a special meeting.
Yeah.
If he says he's licensed and bonded, I would definitely ask for that license.
We want to see the paperwork.
Yeah, but either way, you go ahead and approve the funds now.
Yeah.
Whether you pay him a partial payment now or the total amount for once the work is done, the funds have to be approved no matter what.
Have a special meeting.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll find out
Right.
how soon. and
yeah,
then-
because we can all come in, I mean, I don't have.
I mean, I could call him tomorrow, I don't have a problem with that. I
Then
can
we
call
got-
him and find
then
out
we
like
got-
what
Then we gotta have
the,
another,
and let you know.
a special meeting, which we already know we've got the funds, we could approve it tonight instead of having another
But
special
if he's
meeting.
not licensed and bonded though, Jerry.
Okay,
we
but
can't
we've
approve
got,
funds.
okay.
So I guess your point is if we approve
We
it,
approve, okay, let's say
And then
that
we
one's
don't have to come
9,000, the
back.
other one is $16,000, we approve $16,000. If this guy can do it for $9,000, guess what? Problem solved, instead of having a special meeting to come in for 5 damn minutes. You go ahead and approve the money for it.
We're gonna
If you
approve
can
it
get it done
anyway,
cheaper,
right?
you're
So-
done.
Yeah, but do you want to call him tomorrow?
yeah, I'll call him, find out how soon they can,
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I mean-
What the
how much
percentage
money,
is.
how much money do we want to,
Yeah,
for
'cause-
this?
If he's not licensed and bonded, then we're back to square one.
Yeah, I'm not saying we go with him, we go ahead and get the money approved.
What about?
Who is he?
So I'm gonna
You got
make
the
a
other
motion
amount,
to.
you got the amount we're gonna approve, or just approve
Okay.
getting a roof
Did you
put on?
give it to us?
You have
At
to,
one
you have to
point?
approve the funds.
I bet I got it.
You have to, okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve $17,000 for the repair. Well, that was our other bid was 16,000, and we don't know what we're
There
gonna
ain't
end
no,
up
what,
with.
there, 17,000?
If this one's not good, we gotta find another, then what are we gonna do apply for a special meeting to approve this guy?
Well, we gonna turn around and pay $17,000? That's quite a bit. I'm just telling you right now, that's a lot of dang money.
What's it gonna cost to tear the building down, because that's what you're gonna be doing next year if you don't fix
But
that
who's
roof
to
now.
say we can't find somebody within a week or so? You don't know that either, and that's
Right,
something
so
we need to check
we
into.
approve-
Why, there ain't no way, $17,000 on a roof, I get that the building needs to be maintained and everything else, but
Not to exceed
Maybe.
$17,000, because
That's-
the last bid
that's
we got
too
was
much.
16.
We're not saying that we're having to
That's-
spend the 17,000.
Gee,
What we're trying to do is prevent
whatever. I'm
coming
just-
back in from and having another special meeting to come in for 5 minutes.
No, I'm just saying that's a lot of dang money.
Our roof's 24,000.
For the maintenance
Well, I'm just
building?
saying, just because, I mean, I think we should have done, made sure it's bonded and all that other stuff while we were getting these needed bids.
That's not-
So, anyway, y'all do what you want.
Make a motion to approve a dollar amount up to $17,000 for the repair and installation of a new roof on the 104 West Allen property.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Me,
We'll sure do what we can on that.
And Crystal, you're gonna follow up on?
I'll call them in the morning.
Well, I looked on BBB and I couldn't find them, but that doesn't mean everything, so I am currently on the Attorney General's roofing registration.
Okay, and the only other thing I had was I have put together this
oh yeah,
plan. I would like everybody to read through it, please. And that way we can get some information out to the public about what we're trying to do here in Canton for the next 4 or 5 years at least.
Are we looking to approve this next meeting? Is that what you'd like?
Well, if we
Or
have
some
to
feedback
approve
or
it, I
something.
just,
Or you can.
We got feedback in the next month. If y'all can't comment on the next 30 days,
Right.
then
I
that's
just,
that.
I just think we need to get a plan put
We
together.
Okay.
So that
Thank
it's
you.
there
Thank you for
for
putting
the
it
following
Thank you.
people.
And you want us
So-
to, I mean, it's okay for us to give you feedback
Yes,
before
I
the
want
next meeting?
feedback,
Okay.
yes. And
Mark
I
it up
can
and.
Email
yeah.
it to everybody that they can mark it up, whatever. I can email it to everybody.
Yeah, email it.
I really think we need to get something set up. So, to be somewhat followed. So, and Austin, I want your input on that as well.
Yeah, I know.
You got my paper.
So, that is all I had. If we can get a
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, I can't find the quote for 16, so can you send it to me tomorrow?
We are done. Okay.
we need early, we need to.
Thank you, Reese.
So, we have 2 now. I don't know how long ago. We have it open.
David, before you go,
Right.
if you got a minute.
Yeah.